starting the topic on construction equipment. So as I have been telling in the previous classes, construction all over the world and also in our country has undergone tremendous changes. And the past decade and a half, there is a tremendous use of construction equipment in the building construction and the construction of bridges, tunnels, airports, etc. So today we will start seeing some of the fundamentals of the topic of construction equipment. When we consider construction equipment, we can broadly divide them into the following groups. We can start with excavation equipment, which are basically dealing with all operations below the ground level. Then loading and hauling equipment, the equipment used for loading the excavated soil and also for lifting various components involved in construction. Then we have the loading and hauling equipment. After loading and taking it to the place where it should be deposited. That is hauling. Then we have a family of lifting equipment. The most important in that being, can somebody guess the most important lifting equipment? The cranes. So under lifting equipment, we will be studying about different types of cranes, their capabilities and issues that we have to consider while doing lifting. Then we have a family of concrete equipment. As we have already discussed, modern concrete is, what's the modern concrete called? Everybody? The ready mixed concrete. It is done by wave batching in a central plant. It is transported by using transit mixers and placed, compacted, consolidated and cured. So all the equipment connected with that concrete operation will come under this family. After that we have compacting equipment. Where do you think compacting equipment will be used in a very big way? In the construction of roads and highways. Because they have to take the heavy loads, the axle loads. So the roads, the subgrade has to be compacted very well. So the road will not have any problems. They will not have cracking, heaving and such problems. Then pumps. We studied in excavation. What is that system called? Well point system. The final thing we will see the fascinating topic of construction robots. So construction robots is an area, research area, where a lot of work is going on to develop robots. Can anybody, one person put up a hand and tell me where a robot can only do the work and not a human being? Any one person? Yes?
Nuclear power plants.
Yeah, in nuclear power plants, a human being cannot go there and do any work for the obvious health hazards. So you need a robot which can be remotely controlled to go and do whatever operation is required. All of you are familiar with the plotter. When you switch on your plotter, what happens on your drawing sheet? The drawing gets plotted. Now this is a plotter which is like a gantry girder. So when that plots, instead of drawing gets developed, the wall, physical wall gets developed. So instead of it dropping, concrete will drop from the pump and it will develop the wall. So in 20 hours, you can have a full house constructed by using what is called a 3D drawing. Is that clear? So that is the scope of this topic on construction equipment. So each of this is a slide which is done in such a way that a lot of information is contained in this slide. So, and this is the normal wheels, but the heavy duty wheels. So, where do you think they use a crawler bulldozer, where they use a wheel bulldozer? Anybody, some other student? Little louder.
When the land is uneven, we can use crawler. If the land is even, then we can go with wheel
bulldozer. So, there are particular situations where a crawler only will work. hilly terrain, rough terrain, sloping terrain, difficult terrains, you use a crawler bulldozer. All of you know, in a normal bulldozer, the blade will move perpendicular to the axis of the tank. But we should remove the soil below the level of the equipment from under. So naturally, which will be more commonly used? Backhoe. So 90% of all excavation is carried out by backhoe because mostly we have the equipment sits on the ground and we have to remove the soil. After that, we have scraper. Scraper is a modified equipment of the bulldozer where it has like fingers, a component which will scrape through the pathway, and we can level the soil or do excavation like this, as we'll see later, scraper, but it's not that common. After that, we have drag lines and clamshells. Drag lines are used extensively in RMC plants to load the aggregates, 5 aggregates and 4 aggregates. Then clamshells. Clamshell is the equipment like this, which opens up, grabs the soil. Really, every equipment is available. What you see commonly in the street are the bulldozers, more than bulldozers, the backhoe, commonly called as JCB. Even small construction companies are nowadays using the equipment because yeah, not there.